This video is to describe option number 1 for discussion 10 for human biology. What it involves, there's a file, and there's several activities. Each activity takes like 5 to 10 minutes. Some of them you need a friend to do it with, others you can do it by yourself. And basically you do the short activity, then you report on what you did, what happened, and what you thought about it. I only want 3 people to do each activity because I have to grade 45 of these, so I'd rather not grade the same thing 45 times. And I'd love for you to embed a video, but you don't have to. So let's go to the file. So this is partially from the physiology lab book. Some of it's from some other sources that I sort of cut and pasted into a small file. And there's different activities. It says activity X, what it's called. Most of them have a brief little discussion and instructions. If I think the instructions are hard, I put a video with it. And basically, for this, you do the blind spot test. You'd have to print this out or find another one online. I personally think a bigger card would be better, but this one actually had a border. And basically describe how you did it, how you felt. Was it hard or easy? My physiology students think it's really hard. So some other ones, flashing lights, sound localization you could do with your cell phone. You need a friend. Basically see, can they trace a sound? Again, questions, what did you do? For this one, you need a tuning fork, sorry. So you're seeing conduction through bone. Here's a video that sort of shows that they're actually doing a clinical test in this video, but it illustrated. And this is actually how they believe Bach or Beethoven. Just looked it up, it is Beethoven. He actually was able to compose his songs by having a wooden rod, and he put it on his forehead and put it on the piano and heard the vibrations that way. So this one's actually really cool. When you stack pennies, they disappear. This one I love in physiology because my students go home with very colorful. Again, you need someone to help you with this. You're basically, or better yet, 2 people. And basically you are touching and seeing how close they can get. And some areas it's going to be closer than others. Then receptor field size. This one I'm going to show you how to make a caliper. I put some links in this draft. I didn't like any of these calipers. So we need a caliper. It has these pointy things, and you read it with a ruler. And basically you're seeing, can you feel 1 or 2 pricks? So at this distance right here, I'm probably feeling 2 pricks. And what you do is you start at 0, which would be here, and you're going out, touching the finger or whatever. There's a bunch of stuff until you feel 2 pricks. And then you are recording the distance to say how long it is. Now, most of you don't have calipers. So these are making ones like the bottom here, which is nice for measuring, but they're not pointing enough. So I'm going to show you how to make a caliper. So I have paper clips, and these are pointing. So I'm going to unwind them like this. So there's a pointy end. Now I probably should have picked smaller paper clips than this, but these are actually really cool because I can take this ruler right here and I can put this one, so it's on the 0, tape it in place, and then put a second one on. I'm going to cheat and go like that. And these need to be perfectly straight, and you could basically move it out centimeter at a time. Now again, you need to tape this in place. And most of these things are within 2 centimeters, so you don't need a big, long ruler like this. And do it in centimeters, not in inches. So again, what you're going to be doing, you're going to be doing the 2-point discernment test. 1, 1, 1, then finally 2. I actually taped it at the 10, and basically these should be together like this. You do 1, and the closer they are, the better. In my rush to do this, I made this a little bit wobbly. So they should be, so 1, then you move it a couple centimeters. 1, wow, 2. So I read that as 5 millimeters or 0.5 centimeters, and I record it for my fingertip. Now, I pick these big ones in this ruler because it actually does very well. The design you're supposed to do for this is you take a third paper clip, put it there at the end. So then you take the back, you tape it together, and that slides a lot better. Now what I've done, I have my 2 paper clips in there. One's at 0 or 10. This one can slide. And I don't want it to be easy to slide. I want it to take a little bit of effort to move it to each degree. And there's a little track I could move between. It's taped on either end. Now, if you really want to be accurate, what you do is you cut these with some cutter. I have it, these pliers have cutters on them, and I will line them up, and I want to cut them together at the same time, and it should cut off evenly like that. So it's a lot closer together now. It's a lot easier to do. So this is more accurate than having it long. However, I'm pretty sure not all of you have handy pliers around with cutters on them. So basically, again, the 2-point test, we have our caliper. You are going to start at 0. You are going to keep touching until you feel one prick. So the second thing's on the back of your hand. So again, they should be together. 1, slide it out. Oops, way too far. 1, wow. Back of my hand is not. Oh, that's 2. I sort of cheated there so I could get 2. So that's the idea behind this. Thank you.